Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again. Hey man, I can't just sit back and not let you guys know how I feel with everything that's going on right now. Just, it's important for us to be prepared. It's very important for all of us to get prepared. What I mean by that is, you guys look at Texas, man, and it's a tragedy, what happened to a lot of people, not having water, food, power, people freezing to death. My heart goes out to everyone who was affected by this. But guys, in every situation, there's good and bad to take from it. That situation should let you guys know that it's important to be prepared for everything and anything. One of my favorite superheroes is Batman, right? Batman don't got no superpowers. Batman is a human. But the thing that makes Batman stick out, what makes Batman stand out, he's always prepared. Every situation, Batman is prepared. He plans ahead. He has 5 moves in his arsenal. He has a backup plan for his backup plan. That's what I take from Batman, and that's how I start to move in my life. I always have a plan. I always have a backup plan. In any situation, you got to be able to have a backup plan. What are you going to do if this fails? A lot of you guys sitting here saying you don't got nothing to do. I know some people are on lockdown in certain areas. You guys say you don't know what to do with your free time, with your energy. Let me ask you this question. If you were to lose power, what would you do? If you didn't have any heat or food or clean water to drink, how would you handle that situation? Sit back and ask yourself that and think about that. Now you're sitting up here saying you don't know what to do with your time. You got so much free time to play with yourself and do all these crazy things. But do you have a backup plan for your life, for survival? Food, how you gonna eat? If all the grocery stores closed down right now, how would you eat? If the electricity and the water and all that shut down on you right now, what would you do to manage? You guys need to take the time out to ask these questions and start to make a plan for yourself. There's all types of things. Y'all on YouTube already. There's all type of things you can look up on YouTube. How to make a homemade battery. Using everyday materials that you have in your house. How to make clean water. How to find clean water. There's all these little things you could be looking up that's gonna benefit your life, just in case something happens and you don't have all this, all these luxuries to your access. What are you gonna do? As we shift into this 5D, the 5D is all about taking control of your life. You creating your own path. You living the life that you want to live, being self-sufficient. Now, if we're trying to be self-sufficient, you can't rely on the system. You can't rely on anybody to save you. And I'll say this to you guys many times. Stop looking for a savior. The Most High is inside of you. So you got to tap into yourself and pull that information out. That's how you connect to the Most High. It's in you. Your Merkabah, your ship. This ship connects to the mothership. It's not out here. You got all the information you need to survive, and it's all inside of you. Tap into yourself. Start gaining this information. Start being self-sufficient. Being self-sufficient is knowing how to do for yourself, just like our ancestors did. People say all the time, like, oh, we're getting smarter. We're smarter than the past because we got all this technology and we got all these things that do everything for us. How you think we smarter? Our ancestors were very smart. Their ingenuity was off the chain. They knew how to do things for themselves to survive. They didn't rely on anybody else to do anything for them. But us, man, we've been so watered down that we don't know how to do basic things. You got people that don't even know how to cook. You got people that don't know how to do simple things. Simple things. When I was a kid, man, we used to be outside all the time, playing in the woods, just observing things. I used to just look at rocks and study insects, and just learn and grow. As a child, I was doing these things. Learning how to fish, learning how to survive, doing outdoor things. Nowadays, man, we're starting to lose that touch. We're devolving. We're going backwards because we don't know how to do for ourselves. We don't know how to do for ourselves, man. As soon as something goes out, the power goes out, we lose water, the grocery stores close down, everybody would just shut down. Everybody was shut down. This whole system was shut down. Nobody would know how to survive. Think about that. That's not good. Take the time out to learn. Learn your surrounding. Learn your environment. Look at the things that you use every single day. Your TV, your lights. Learn how they work. Learn how a light bulb works. What makes it work. How to build your own light bulb from scratch. Learn how the TV works. You shouldn't be watching TV anyway, but just learn how it works. What makes the TV turn on and off? How does it give you image? Start looking these things up. These are things you use every single day that affect your life. It affects your reality. So learn about them. Go outside, look at the trees in your area. Go look up, go on Google and look up plant life in your area. And just start researching all the plants that grow in your area. Go outside and start looking for those things and seeing how they benefit you, how you can utilize those things if you needed to for survival. What do they do? Start learning your environment. Start learning what's around you and how it's affecting you. Learn to do for yourself. This is what our ancestors did, man. They knew how to pinpoint certain plants that could heal, certain trees that grew, that could heal you and have materials that you can use to build certain things. This is what we got to get back to, being self-sufficient. This is what the 5D shift is as well, is going into being your own boss. A lot of y'all are wanting to be, not work again. A lot of people want to start their own business. You're trying to break away from needing somebody or something to survive. So we got to start taking it to the next level and start learning what's around us so we can build ourselves up and cut that umbilical cord, man. It's a tragedy that we got to rely on the system to do everything for us. And without the system, we fail. We got to change that. Be like Batman. Even Superman said that Batman was the most dangerous man on the planet. This man had a whole plan to take out the Justice League if they went bad for some reason. He had a plan for each member, and it worked. Right? It worked. How do you get prepared like Batman? Start doing your research. You on YouTube, you on Google. Start using these search engines and start looking up things that you do every single day, and start coming up with a plan. Worst case scenario, best case scenario. What would I do as an alternative for things that I lack? Start doing your research. Start preparing yourself. On your free time, this is what you should be doing, is preparing yourself. Always being prepared. There's no excuse, fellas. There's no excuse for you not growing. There's no excuse for you not using your mind. You might not be the toughest person. You might not be the biggest or the strongest. But your ingenuity, your mind power, that's on you. Can't nobody take this away from you. This can be as strong as you want it to be, or as weak as you allow it to be. But it's up to you. Start building your mind up. Me too. I got to learn myself. But I'm spreading this message to you guys, man, so that you can start utilizing your time wisely and preparing yourself for anything that's going to come. Because this year is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. One last thing I want to tell you guys, don't operate out of fear. Whatever happens, don't operate out of fear. Always live in the love frequency. We're leaving the 3D realm, right? The 3D consciousness, the 3D thought process, which is animalistic. We rise up through the fourth chakra, which is the fourth dimension. That's the heart and lungs, right? That's the air That's the unconditional love, the air passage. That's the portal to the 5th dimension, which is the throat chakra. The throat chakra is blue. You know, blue. If you look at Dragon Ball Z, you know, Super Saiyan Blue, they rose above the yellow aura, which is Super Saiyan, the 3rd, and they rose up to the 5th, which is the blue, right? They had to calm their mind to rise up to that level. You can't get there without love. You need that unconditional love. So have love in everything you do. That's the key. Don't have no anger, don't have no fear. Always have a clear conscience, a clear mind, and learn and grow and move through the world like that. This is how you rise up to that 5th. We can't have no more competition. It's not about that anymore. Don't worry about what the next man's doing. Don't try to be always one up on the next person. Have empathy. Care for one another. The people in your environment. Start working together. This is what we got to get back to, is that tribal, that tribal consciousness. Being a tribe, being a community, growing and helping each other. This is how we got to raise this vibration. We got to raise the vibration. We can't be separate. So operate out of love. Everything that you do, don't have fear, but prepare yourself. Prepare yourself, okay? With that being said, man, it's your boy Tay. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what y'all thought about this video or what y'all would like me to talk about next. Y'all have a beautiful day, man, and I'm out.